Hey, how's it going everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you my most recent pickups from the vacation I just came back from and from Anime Expo. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so the free stuff that I got from Anime Expo mainly comprised of reusable, more like bags that came from several companies. So the first one that I want to show is this one I got from the Taito booth. And I thought it was a cool bag. I had to fill out a survey, which wasn't too difficult. I don't even know what V shoujo this is from, or if it's from like a video game or something. Next one is the one from Toho Animation, which is gigantic. I can't even get the entire thing in frame, but it's a really nice reusable bag. Features several popular anime right now. We got the Apothecary Diaries, Free Ren, Jujutsu Kaisen, Spy Family, both of the My Heroes, and then Kaiju number 8. Next was Crunchyroll. This bag was actually kind of hard to get. You had to get there really early because they sold out really fast. Even though it is a free bag, you had to queue up in line for it. But it's to promote the new Demon Slayer movie, which is the Infinity Fortress or Infinity Castle arc. What's cool about this bag is not only it's reusable, but you could wear it like a backpack. So smart on Crunchyroll for that design. And one of the last bags I wanted to show was this Ami Ami bag, which is one of my favorites. I feel like, Ami Ami is a place that I just like many of you figure collectors are familiar with. I have not placed an order with Ami Ami recently, so when I saw that they had a booth, had to check it out, and especially when they're handing out bags, had to get myself one. And the very last bag I wanted to show, this Calbee bag. It's the shrimp chip company. This one I had to fill out a survey for, but it's a nifty little bag, so I was like, why not? Next I wanted to move on to the Sakamoto days / like Ichiban Kuji stuff that I got from my vacation. I do have this tote bag, which is from Anime Expo, but since it's Sakamoto days themed, I figured I'd just show it in here as opposed to bundling it with the rest of the stuff. But it's a really cool bag, really sturdy. Got two super cool Prize G. They're like posters, but they're kind of like clear files, so they're plastic. And of course, we got our boy Skinny Sakamoto and our boy Heisuke. So we got these. Also got this half towel. It's really hard to see. Oh, actually, it's pretty easy to see the design from that camera angle, but this one is H Prize, and this one's the Osuragi towel. I don't know if you can see the name, but the last thing that I got from the Ichiban Kuji is this Prize F Nagamo or not clear file. What is this? Acrylic stand. This acrylic stand is really small, as you could tell. It's probably the size of like a Nendoroid, if I'm being completely honest. But nonetheless, it's still a really cool item to have, especially from an Ichiban Kuji, which here in the States we don't really have too many of unless you go to a hobby shop. Alright, and then I had these two Sakamoto Days figures, which are from the same line, the Vibration Stars by Bandai, which are the band Presto figures. I have Shin and I have Nagamo, who are my top tier characters in my personal opinion. Of course I have other favorite characters, but these two figures were like probably the most dynamic of the ones that I was seeing. And I am waiting for all of the Sakamoto Days figures that are like currently on the way. But yeah, now let's move on to the other figures that I picked up. All right, so the other figures that I picked up were this Hatsune Miku by Cute Bunnies Rurudo version. I'm pretty sure Rurudo is like the artist that did the original concept art for this Miku figure, which in my opinion, this is probably the best Miku bunny by Cute that we've had, in my personal opinion. They also have a different version of this, which is the white suit. I personally like the black look because it's very classic for a bunny suit figure. So when I was able to get this figure for a pretty good deal, to be honest, I was like, I figured I'll pick it up. But yeah, I'll probably be doing a review for this figure, so stay tuned for that if you are interested. Nikke, a niece figure by Sega, which is part of the Yumerise. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Yumerise figure line. It's a pretty basic figure, but just display them however you want. Yeah, it's a pretty nice figure. I also got it for a pretty good deal, so I was like, you know, figured why not. Next two figures are Nendoroids. I was really surprised to have picked up this one right here, the 2.0 Light Yagami from Death Note. I got him for 2,700 Philippine pesos. So that was actually a pretty good deal. It's around like 50 USD roughly. Considering I've only seen him for like $100+ on the secondhand market, you know, I was like, dude, screw it, I'm gonna buy him. I did not get L, unfortunately, but I am still looking for an L 2.0, of course, for the right price. Next Nendoroid is this one right here, which is the Crollo from Hunter x Hunter. I was really glad to have picked this up. This is from Anime Expo. I paid 30 USD for it, so this is the second release because you can tell it has Good Smiles logo instead of the Freeing. I believe it's either Freeing or For You. It's the one with the blue. Pop it up on screen. And then I have a ton of Haikyuu figures. I have a Haikyuu shelf just across from me behind this camera right now. And to be honest, I probably went overboard, but screw it, man. You're at a convention, you might as well buy the figures that you want to buy. So I did pick up this Ban Presto Hinata. I mainly like this one because of the dynamic pose. You know, not Haikyuu in general doesn't really get too many figures, and when it does, they're usually prize figures. And as of now, it was pretty hard to find other prize figures that were like decent looking and had like a good pose. I do have the scales and I have the noodle stoppers, which I will show later in this video, but you know, I figured why not add this prize figure to my collection. And of course I had to get the matching one of Kageyama. Honestly, of the two, I think I like Hinata's figure better. Kageyama looks a little wonky, if I'm being completely honest, but you know, I don't really care because they're meant to be displayed together. I will probably do a review, but I might do like a bundled review where I review these in the same one. If you want a separate review, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'll probably just do a combined review for these two. The next figures that I picked up that are Haikyuu related are the Kageyama and the Hinata pop-up parades. I hate pop-up parade boxes because they're so glossy, but oh, they have a sticky note on here. I also picked these up because they were a buy one get one free, so I think I paid roughly 40 bucks, so around 20 bucks per figure. Not bad at all for a brand new pop-up parade. I honestly really like Hinata's design here. It's really dynamic with his jacket hanging off of his body. Meanwhile, Kageyama, his was so disappointing and it's really plain looking, but I had to get him as a pair. Next, I got these Ichiban Show Hinata crown. I believe it's like the crown edition. It's where he's wearing that crown and he has like the feather crow cape. I thought it was a really nice figure. You cannot find this figure for under $100 online, and that's kind of crazy to me. So when I saw it at the con for like literally half, I was like, I'm gonna freaking buy it. And of course you can see it peeking right there, but I had to get the Kageyama version as well, which I think also looks really great. He's like halfway throwing off his cape. Is that a cape? Yeah, I would say that's a cape. It's like a, and then he has his crown. They call him the king of the court. I don't know, look at their bases. It looks really creative, and for prize figures, I feel like they did a great job with these. really dynamic poses, and of course they look unique. So I was like, I'll add these as well. These are really small in real life. I am planning on doing a review for like practically every single Haikyuu figure I copped. For these ones, I will also probably do it as a pair, but for the Ichiban shows, I'll probably do those individually because the figures have a lot more detail to just cover in one video. So I think for these, I will do it in a pair as well, kind of like the band pressos I showed earlier. And the last pickup I've been saving the entire video for, it is a Sakamoto Days themed merchandise. So I could have bundled it with the other one, but I wanted to save the best for last because I kid you not, this is like the best thing that I picked up or that I acquired in this whole slew of figures and free tote bags. It is a Sakamoto Days apron that was autographed by the director and the creator of the show. They did a meet and greet at Anime Expo. Was not expecting to see either of them there, but I got to meet them, shook their hand, and I ended up getting a apron signed. I'm gonna frame this and I'm gonna hang it up on my wall. I cannot wear this. And I also got a cool poster, but unfortunately they were being a little stingy with what you could get signed. I'm gonna show the photo here, but yeah, honestly, it was a really cool experience. Anyways, those are the pickups, and yeah, let me know down below which figures you want to see, if you want an individual review about any of them in particular. I think I'm going to be pairing up a lot of figures. I also just miss making figure review content or just videos in general. As you could probably tell from my channel, I've uploaded maybe 6 months ago or 7 months ago even. So, you know, just getting back into it a little bit while I still have the time on my hands. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I do have an Instagram account under the same exact name, Athletic Weeb, which I will put right here on the screen. Feel free to follow that. I do post figure related content from time to time. So yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead. If not, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.